Hello students, good morning to all of you. So in previous video, we studied important reaction like haloform reaction and one other reaction we studied that is most important, that is aldol condensation. So today we are going to study one another important reaction, and that reaction is Cannizzaro reaction. So Cannizzaro reaction, it is the self-redox reaction. So we studied the meaning of redox reaction in 11th standard. Redox reaction is nothing but the reaction in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. So this Cannizzaro reaction, it is the self-redox reaction. Let's study the statement of Cannizzaro reaction. So aldehydes which does not contain alpha hydrogen atom. Aldehydes which does not contain alpha hydrogen atom. Alpha hydrogen atom means hydrogen present on alpha carbon atom, and alpha carbon atom, it is the carbon atom next to carbonyl carbon. So aldehydes which does not contain alpha hydrogen atom, when heated with concentrated alkali, it undergoes self-oxidation reduction reaction to give mixture of sodium or potassium salt of acid and alcohol. So this reaction is known as Cannizzaro reaction. So again I am going to repeat the statement. So aldehydes which does not contain alpha hydrogen atom, when heated with concentrated alkali, it undergoes self-oxidation and reduction reaction to give sodium or potassium salt of acid and alcohol. So let's study example. So when two molecules of formaldehyde, they are heated with concentrated alkali like NaOH, concentrated, that is 50% NaOH, it gives sodium formate and methanol. This is the sodium formate, and this alcohol, it is the methyl alcohol, or its IUPAC name is methanol. So when two molecules of formaldehyde, they are heated with concentrated alkali, that is 50% NaOH, then it gives sodium formate and methyl alcohol. Then let's study one another example. So benzaldehyde also does not contain alpha hydrogen atom. So when two molecules of benzaldehyde, they are heated with concentrated alkali like KOH. So here we are taking, instead of NaOH, KOH. So when two molecules of formaldehyde are heated with 50% of KOH, it gives potassium benzoate. This is the potassium benzoate. So it produces potassium benzoate and alcohol, and that alcohol, it is the benzyl alcohol. So after studying Cannizzaro reaction, the next article, it is the crossed Cannizzaro reaction. So crossed Cannizzaro reactions are nothing but Cannizzaro reaction involving two different aldehydes. Cross Cannizzaro reaction, it is nothing but Cannizzaro reaction involving two different aldehydes, and these aldehydes, they does not contain alpha hydrogen atom. So let's study the example. So benzaldehyde, it does not contain alpha hydrogen atom. Formaldehyde, it also does not contain alpha hydrogen atom. So when one molecule of benzaldehyde and one molecule of formaldehyde, it is heated with concentrated NaOH, that is 50% NaOH, then it produces benzyl alcohol. And another product, it is the Another product, it is the sodium formate. Sodium formate. So this is the example of cross Canisius reaction. Then the next article which we are going to study, it is the oxidation. It is the oxidation and reduction reaction of aldehydes and ketones. So among aldehydes and ketones, aldehydes are easily oxidized to carboxylic acid having same number of carbonate. Among aldehydes and ketones, aldehydes undergoes oxidation easily and they produces carboxylic acid which having the same number of carbonate. While ketones does not undergoes oxidation easily because there is the breaking of carbon-carbon bond. So ketone does not undergoes oxidation easily because it involves breaking of carbon-carbon single bond. So simple ketone gives only one type of carboxylic acid, while mixed ketone they gives mixture of carboxylic acid. So to carry out oxidation and reduction of aldehydes and ketones, various oxidizing agents are used. For example, acidified potassium dichromate, that is K2Cr2O7. Then acidic or alkaline KMnO4. Next oxidizing agent is acidic or alkaline KMnO4. Then next oxidizing agent used to oxidize aldehydes and ketone, it is also dilute HNO3 or CrO3. So these oxidizing agents are used to oxidize aldehydes and ketones. So the next article which we are going to study is Clemmensen reduction. So Clemmensen reduction, it is nothing but aldehyde and ketone. So aldehyde and ketone, they are heated with zinc amalgam, that is ZnH, zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. It produces alkanes. So aldehydes or ketones, they on heating with zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl, they produces alkanes. So in the Clemmensen's reduction, carbonyl group, that is C double bond O group, carbonyl group in aldehyde and ketone, it is gets reduced. Carbonyl group in aldehyde and ketone, it is gets reduced to methylene group. So this reduction, it is the Clemmensen reduction. Let's study the examples. So when acetaldehyde is heated with zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl, so this CHO group, this C double bond O group, it is converted into CH2 and here there is one H, that means CH3. So here it produces CH3, that is ethane. Then next example, when acetone is heated with zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl, it undergoes reduction to produce another alkane, and that alkane is the propane. Again here, this C double bond O group, it is converted into CH2. So this is the Clemmensen reduction. Then the next reaction is Wolff-Kishner reduction. It is similar to that of Clemmensen reduction. So let's study Wolff-Kishner reduction. So the carbonyl group which is present in aldehyde and ketone, it can be converted. It can be converted into methylene group. It can be converted into methylene group by reacting aldehydes and ketone with hydrazine, and the product obtained on heating with KOH or NOH in high boiling solvent like ethylene glycol. Again, aldehyde or ketone, they produces alkanes. So in the Wolff-Kishner reduction also, carbonyl group is converted into methylene group. Let's take example. So when this ethyl phenyl ketone is reacted with hydrazine, first of all it produces hydrazone, and hydrazone on heating with KOH in presence of ethylene glycol, it produces N-propylbenzene. So here this C double bond O group, it is converted into CH2. Here there is C6H5, here there is C6H5, and here there is C2H5, and here there is C2H5. That means this carbonyl group is converted into methylene group. So here N-propylbenzene is formed. Then the next article which we are going to study, it is the electrophilic substitution reactions. So aromatic aldehydes and ketones, they gives electrophilic substitution reaction. So reaction is given by aromatic aldehydes and ketones only. So aromatic aldehydes and ketones, they undergoes aromatic aldehydes and ketones, they undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction like nitration, halogenation, sulfonation. So aromatic aldehydes and ketones, they undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction like nitration, sulfonation, halogenation, etc. So the carbonyl group which is present in aldehyde and ketone, it is the deactivating group and it is the meta-directing group. Carbonyl group is a deactivating group and it is the meta-directing group. Let's study some example. So aromatic aldehydes and ketones, they give the reaction like nitration. So let's study the first reaction, that is the nitration reaction. Reaction of benzaldehyde with concentrated nitric acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. This is the nitrating mixture. So benzaldehyde on reacting with nitrating mixture, it produces meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. So this carbonyl group, it is the deactivating and it is the meta-directing group. Therefore, this nitro group, it gets attached to the meta position. That's why product form is meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. Then the next reaction, it is the halogenation reaction. So benzaldehyde on reacting with chlorine in presence of ferric chloride, it produces metachlorobenzaldehyde. And third reaction is the sulfonation reaction. Reaction of benzaldehyde with fuming concentrated sulfuric acid. So when benzaldehyde is heated with concentrated H2SO4, again it produces this particular acid. So here this product, it is the meta-directing group. So here we finished electrophilic substitution reaction, that is nitration, halogenation and sulfonation. So name of this compound is metabenzaldehyde. This is the principal function group, main function group. So metabenzaldehyde sulfonic acid. Then the next article is chemical properties of carboxylic acids. chemical properties of carboxylic acid. That is acidic character. That is acidic character of carboxylic acids. Acidic character of carboxylic acids. So carbonyl group, that is C double bond O OH. So carbonyl group it is made up of OH group bonded to carbonyl group. So carbonyl group it is made up of OH group bonded to carbonyl group. So in aqueous solution H of OH, in aqueous solution hydrogen atom of OH of carboxyl group, it dissociates as a proton and carboxylate ion is formed. In the aqueous solution H of OH group, it dissociates as a proton and carboxylate ion is formed. Let's write this particular reaction. So carboxylic acid having the general formula RCOOH. So in aqueous solution or when it is dissolved in water, then this reaction is the reversible reaction. So this hydrogen it dissociates as a proton and it gets accepted by this electron rich oxygen atom. Therefore here formation of H3O plus species takes place, that is hydronium ion, and the remaining fragment it is the RCOO minus, and this is the carboxylate ion. So thus carboxylic acid in aqueous solution it forms carboxylate ion. So carboxylic acid or carboxylate ion is a resonance stabilized by two equivalent resonance structure as below. This carboxylate ion is resonance stabilized by two equivalent resonance structure. So its resonating structure can be written as R, here C, here double bond O, and here O minus. RC double bond O minus. So this is the first form. Then its another form or its another resonating structure is, if these two electrons it gets transferred here, then it forms a single bond. Then electron from this single bond it gets transferred to this oxygen. That's why this oxygen becomes negatively charged species. So here the resonating structure is as like this: RC, here O, here this oxygen it is the electron rich species, and here there is a double bond O. So this is the second resonating structure. Thus resonance hybrid it can be written as R, here C, here O, here this double bond it is the partial double bond, that's why it is represented by dotted line. Again here there is also partial double bond. So this is the resonance hybrid structure. So partial double bond is present between carbon oxygen and this carbon oxygen. This is the resonance hybrid structure. So carboxylate ion have two resonance structure, first and second, and both of them are equivalent to each other. Both of them are equivalent to each other. Then let's study the next article, and that article is influence of electronic effect on acidity of carboxylic acid. Influence of electronic effect on acidity of carboxylic acids. So any factor any factor which stabilizes any factor which stabilizes carboxylate ion more than acid molecule will increases acidity, So any factor which stabilizes carboxylate ion. So factor which stabilizes carboxylate ion more than acid molecule, it will increases the acidity. So electron withdrawing group. For example, so this G, it is the electron withdrawing group. So this is the carboxylate ion. So here there is a negative charge. So when electron withdrawing group having minus I effect. So electron withdrawing group gets attached to carboxylate ion. At that time, this electron withdrawing group, it stabilizes carboxylate ion by dispersing this negative charge, and hence it increases the acidity. So here this G, it is the electron withdrawing group. So when electron withdrawing group is present, so it stabilizes carboxylate ion by dispersing the negative charge, and thus acidity increases. On the other hand, for example, this G, it is the electron donating group, and it is attached to the carboxylate ion. So electron releasing group, this G, it is electron releasing group, it having the plus I effect. So this electron releasing group, it intensify negative charge on carboxylate ion and make it unstable, and thus acidity decreases. So here this G, it is the electron donating or electron releasing group, electron releasing or electron donating group. So when it is electron donating or electron releasing group, at that time here acidity decreases. And when this G, it is the electron withdrawing group, so here acidity increases. So let's study the following sequence is observed in acidic character. So first one, it is the effect of alkyl group. So alkyl groups are the electron donating group, or it produces plus I effect. So electron donating group, or at which plus I effect, it decreases the acidity. Electron withdrawing group. electron withdrawing groups. So electron withdrawing group, they decreases acidity. They decreases acidity. Therefore, acidic strength in these acids are observed as like this. So, formic acid, it is more acidic than CH3COOH, that is acetic acid. Then here C2H5COOH. So here electron donating groups are present. So electron donating group, they decreases the acidity. So here electron donating group is present. Again here two electron donating groups are present. Therefore more acidic, it is the formic acid. So pK value of formic acid is 3.77, here 4.74, here 4.85. So in the 11th standard you studied that lowest the pK value, then stronger is the acid. So among these three, formic acid, it having a lowest pK value, that's why it is more stronger as compared to these two. Then let's study the next, that is the effect of halogen atom. So halogen atom, it creates negative inductive effect. So as electron withdrawing group of halogen increases, then acidity also increases. So as electronegativity of halogen increases, it also increases acidity. Let's take some examples. So first acid, that is CH2FCOOH. Then second acid, it is CH2ClCOOH. Then third one, it is the CH2BrCOOH, and next one is the CH2iCOOH. So here electronegativity of fluorine, it is higher than chlorine, than bromine, than iodine. That's why this acid, it is the more stronger as compared to this acid, it is more stronger as compared to this, and this acid is more stronger than this acid. So here pK values of these acids are, pK value of this acid is 2.59, here 2.87, here 2.90, and here 3.70. So here pK value of this acid is lower, that's why among these four, this acid is more strong. Then next it is effect of number of halogen atom. So as number of halogen atom increases, acidity also increases due to increase in minus I effect. So let's study one example. So take one acid CCl3COOH. Then take another acid Cl2CHCOOH. Then next one CH2ClCOOH, and next one CH3COOH. So pK value of this acid is 0.64. Here pK value is 1.22, here 2.86, and here 4.74. So these are the pK values. Here pK value among these four, this acid is having a lower pK value That's why it is the strong acid than another acids. So here in this acid, 3 chlorine atoms are present. Here 2 chlorine atoms are present. Here one chlorine atom is present, and there is the absence of chlorine atom. So next, that is effect of position of halogen. Effect of position of halogen. So as distance of electron attracting group, from carboxyl group increases, acidity also decreases. So let's study one example. Take one carboxylic acid, that is CH3, CH2, then CH, here Cl, here COOH. The next one CH3, CH, Cl, here CH2, here COOH. And next acid, that is CH2, Cl, CH2, then CH2, COOH. So as the distance of electron attracting group from carboxyl group increases, acidity decreases. So that's why here this acid among these three, this acid, it is the more acidic than other two. Here the distance of electron attracting group, it is less from carboxyl group. That's why it is the more stronger. So its pK value is 2.86, its pK value is 4.05, and its pK value is 4.52. So by using pK value, we also say that this acid having the lowest pK value. So among these three, this is the stronger. Then the next article is acidity of aromatic carboxylic acid. Acidity of aromatic carboxylic acids. So sp2 hybridized carbon atom of aromatic ring, it exerts electron withdrawing inductive effect, that is -I effect, and it stabilizes conjugate base and increases acidity or acidic character. So listen carefully. Carbon of aromatic ring, it is sp2 hybridized. So sp2 hybridized carbon of aromatic ring, it exerts electron withdrawing inductive effect, that is -I effect. So sp2 hybridized carbon of aromatic ring, it exerts -I effect, and it stabilizes conjugate base, and therefore it increases acidity. So when electron withdrawing groups like Cl, then Cn, then NO2, these are the electron withdrawing groups. When electron withdrawing group like Cl, Cn, NO2, etc. are attached to the benzene ring, then they increases acidity. So when electron withdrawing groups like Cl, Cn, NO2, etc., they are attached to the benzene ring, then this group, they increases the acidity. On the other hand, electron releasing groups like CH3 or OCH3, that is methoxy, or NH2, etc., are attached to the benzene ring, then they decreases the acidity. So you remember that carbon atom in aromatic ring, it is sp2 hybridized. So it this carbon atom exert minus I effect, and it stabilizes the conjugate base, and thus it increases the acidity. So when electron withdrawing groups like Cl, Cn, NO2 are attached to the benzene ring, then due to presence of such group, there is the increase in the acidity. On the other hand, if electron releasing groups like CH3 or CH3 NH2 group are attached to the benzene ring, then they decreases the acidity. So thus here we completed acidity of aromatic carboxylic acid. So we will stop here. Thank you.